So we're going to use the calculator's graphing capabilities to find the coordinates of a turning point. To do this, we first of all have to enter the equation that we're looking at. So we enter by pressing y equals, takes us to this screen. Press 2, then the x key, then squared, plus 3, and the x key, minus 5. Now before I graph, I always like to make sure my window is set to a default. So I press window, and I like to have it set to x min is minus 10, x max is 10, and the same for the y min and y max. It just makes it easier to adjust later on. So now I graph this, press a graph. Now, when we come to calculate a turning point, you have to classify it yourself. So we have to decide whether it's a minimum turning point or a maximum turning point. Well, this is quite obviously a minimum turning point. So when I press second, then trace to take me to the calculate menu, I can see there's an option for minimum. So I select minimum, press enter, and the cursor I get, I must move it to the left hand side of where I believe the minimum to be. Then I move it to the right hand side of where I believe the minimum to be. And then for my guess, I just press enter. And it tells me that I have a minimum at x equals minus 0.75 and y equals minus 6.125. Now you might notice there's a little 4 here. This is just because the calculator only deals with so many decimal places, and we get a few errors cropping up now and again at the end. So we would just ignore that and leave x as minus 0.75. Just a little additional bit of information. Because this is a quadratic, the axis of symmetry is actually x equals minus 0.75 as well.